Only the sincerity of the mind can establish the great foundation of the world. Fu Lei, a famous translator in China, once said, "As long as one is sincere, he can always move people. Even if they do not understand it for a while, they will understand it in the future." When I do things all my life, I always confess first, confess second, confess third, beat around the bush, evade and oppose. It's suspicious. If you play tricks, you might as well be above board and tell the truth, as long as you are sincere and humble and respectful. No matter what people will do to you. As the saying goes, as long as you are sincere, difficulties and obstacles would walk away themselves for you. If we are not sincere, we will not be able to do anything well or succeed. Wang Yangming believes that only the sincerity of the world, and then can establish the foundation of the world. In his opinion, sincerity is a very important word. When it comes to knowledge and sincerity, Wang Yangming said, if you give priority to sincerity and use the time to know, that is, there's only a whereabouts in time, that is. It is nothing more than sincerity to do good and evil. You must be sincere before you can be good at things, otherwise you will have no way to start. Therefore, when doing anything, we should pay attention to the word, sincerity. And this sincerity is sincere and frank from the heart. There is such a kind of person in life, the surface is kind and magnanimous, treat others will always only show his sunny side, and put his gloom and indifference, selfishness and so on a veil. They are narrow-minded but pretend to be magnanimous. In the Analects of Confucius, Confucius said that a person speaks some false and pleasant words, shows a good-looking and likable face, and looks respectful to people, but he doesn't really mean it. In the words of our common people, it is more straightforward, one thing in the mouth, another behind the back. Such a person is called double-dealing. There is clearly a grudge against people, but do not show it, secretly keep it in their hearts, and deliberately deal with the people they resent. This kind of person's behavior is wrong and treacherous. Ordinary people usually write their feelings on their faces. Where do they spend so much energy on calculating? It's too hard for people to live like this. In the early years of Zhenguan, someone wrote a petition to get rid of the subjects of evil spirits. Taizong asked him, "The people I employ are all good courtiers. Do you know which one is the subject of evil?" The man replied, "I live among the people, and I can't be sure which one is a courtier. Your Majesty, please pretend to be angry, and use it to test your courtiers. If you can speak bluntly without fear of your Majesty's thunderstorm, he is a man of loyalty and integrity. If he obeys his will and flattery, he is a man of adultery and flattery." This man's method seems to be very clever, but Taizong said to Fengdi, "The clarity of running water lies in the source of water. The monarch is the issuer of government decrees, just like water, and subjects and people are like water. It is unreasonable for the king to deceive himself, and ask his subjects to act faithfully. Just as the water is muddy, and wants the water to be clear. I often despise Emperor Cao Cao because he is deceitful. If I do the same, how can I educate the people?" As a result, Taizong said to the people who wrote a letter of remonstrance, "I want to spread Xinyi in the world, and do not want to destroy the social atmosphere by deceitful means. Your method is good, but I can't use it. No matter who you treat, You need to treat it sincerely in order to get the trust of others, instead of testing each other through some seemingly clever tricks. Because on the one hand, this is in danger of being seen through, and if this practice is used by others, taking advantage of the opportunity will only put yourself in a passive and reversal of right and wrong. On the other hand, when you lose your sincerity, it is impossible to ask others to be sincere. The success of the matter depends on how sincere it is. Sincerity is the foundation of human beings. If you are a sincere person, people will know you and believe you, no matter what the circumstances. People know that you will not hide or evade. They all know that you are telling the truth, and they are happy to be close to you, so it is easy to get good popularity. Treat people with sincerity, can build a bridge of trust, can dispel suspicion and vigilance, can achieve great things, and build a big foundation.